Welcome back. The Nifty is under pressure and the broader markets as well are seeing selling. But I'll tell you what, one stock that's bucking the trend is Azad Engineering. It's surging in today's trading session. The company has signed a long-term contract worth around 700 crore rupees with Mitsubishi Heavy Industries to supply highly engineered and complex rotating and stationary airfoils for advanced gas and thermal power turbine engines. We have with us Mr. Vishnu Malpani, the whole-time director at Azad Engineering, who joins us on the show. Hi, Vishnu. Good morning and congratulations. This order seems to be a big one and the street has definitely taken note of it. Give us a few details on this. What's the quarterly, what's the monthly execution, if you could tell us? How would revenue recognition be of this particular order, the execution timeline and margins you'll enjoy on this? So timelines as well as margins. Please go ahead.
Sure. So good morning. First of all, thanks for having me on the show. I think our journey with Mitsubishi started back in the year 2012. And, Azad, since being in the manufacturing of highly engineered and critical parts for mission and life critical components, the entry barriers in this industry to work with a Japanese client like Mitsubishi took us several years. We started with the qualification of one part and, slowly engine by engine, part by part, we've come to a point today where, the Japanese customer today trusts us with their, with their contracts, with their part. So today we've reached that point in our journey with them where we should probably be able to scale up our business very, very quickly. And if you remember, I don't know if the street took a note of it or you took a note of it, in 2020, 12 is when we started. 2022, Mitsubishi laid a foundation stone for a dedicated plant for them. So this is an attempt for from them to increase our wallet share with them. So we are a growth supplier with them. Today we hold about 1%. We are slowly going to increase it to 1 to 2 to 5% slowly. And this contract is a testament to them blocking our capacity and then blocking our capacity for the future, in the coming years. So this is going to really help. And the execution period of this is going to be, in about 2 quarters, 1 or 2 quarters, we should have the plant up. And 3 to 4 quarters onwards, we should start generating the revenue out of it.
And
so
margins?
That's where. So the margins are going to be pretty consistent with our existing, so we are going to have, similar margins, blended margins as a company. So I think that is not going to change. So any order that we take in our business, generally is at a blended margin of 32 to 35% at a company level. So we ensure that is always done. So the margin remains. Yeah.
Got it. Vishnu, hi, good morning and congratulations. I think all of you must be thrilled, right? I mean, as you said, to get to a point where you're able to work with a client like Mitsubishi. So absolutely great news. Just a quick word. This is a long-term contract, which means this becomes a kind of a recurring business for you? And what should we expect?
So this is this is a recurring business, obviously, for us. We are qualifying parts, and today we finished qualification of most of their part numbers, right? And for some of the parts that we are manufacturing for them, I think we are the only supplier outside of Japan. So this is in conjunction to that. So this is going to be a recurring revenue. This is a 5-year contract of 700 crores that we've done. And, so these contracts generally get renewed after a longer period of time, etc., when it comes to the closure. So in terms of, for Mitsubishi today, you should look at it as, Azad is probably the best cost supplier and also in terms of quality. So we are providing those solutions to them. And that is why this contract is more like, tying down our capacity for the next 5 years to be dedicated to them for a single plant. So that.
And after 5 years, you, basically post the execution of this, you kind of look at another one. And there are price escalation clauses, etc. in this, or this is a fixed price?
So these are standard, long-term contracts that happen in the industry. So, so this is a long-term contract and pricing agreement. So this details, the pricing that is going to be there for the next 5 years. So it's
Vishnu, you said that I think right now, in terms of Mitsubishi's supplier base, you are at 1% and you want to go up to 5%, right?
So the aspiration is to grow our wallet share. I think, if you recall any of our previous discussions, we've constantly been talking about how we are targeting an addressable market of $28 to $30 billion. And today wherever Azad is, we are at about 1.5%, 2%. So our endeavor is to grow our wallet share with each of our customers. And, any player that we compete with globally today has been around for 50, 60 years or probably more. Azad's
Sure.
been there for about 14, 15 years. So I think it's our constant endeavor to increase our wallet share, and I think this is an opportunity or a testament to what we've been saying. So
No,
this
absolutely. And the markets are taking note of it. The markets are extremely happy with the kind of association that you're making with these global majors. Also, you're getting orders from Honeywell. So just now, give us a breakdown of the order book. How much is now Mitsubishi? How much is Honeywell? And with these kind of big orders coming your way, especially in the last couple of weeks, what is the order book growth that you envisage for this year and next year?
So I think so our order book has grown significantly since our IPO. If you remember, around the IPO, we were at about 2,000 odd crores. And if you net off the Honeywell and the contract with Mitsubishi, we were at about 3,200 crores roughly. So this would add another 1,200, 1,300 crores in addition to what we have. So we are looking at about an order book of upwards of 4,000 crores as we speak right now.
And this would be executed over how long? 4,000 crores covers you for how many quarters or years?
These are different contracts put together. Some of them are for 3 years, 5 years, 7 years, and 10 years. So these are long-term contracts from that perspective. Yeah.
Okay.
So you're right now at 4,000 crores, and just give us some projections in terms of the pipeline ahead. What is the order book growth this year? And as you're looking at a scale up with a lot of these, MNC giants, what would the order book projection be, say, for even next year?
So I will not be able to comment on a lot of numbers, but I can tell you that we have contracts that are being discussed with customers at an advanced level, and I think you will see a similar growth in our order book that you would have seen so far in the market. So we have the next few months where in a week or so we should be coming up with our results, and we should talk about it in greater detail at that point, I think.
Well, we'll push you for more. Yeah, we'll push
Yeah.
you for more numbers at that point of time. But I just want to understand, because I'm looking at your quarterly run rate, you're still going at around 100 crores per quarter. And this order of 700 crores, as you said, you'll start executing it in the next 3 to 4 quarters. So your quarterly run rate will have to go up, right? Do you think this entire 700 crores gets executed over FY26 and FY27? Just want to understand that. I missed that part.
No, so it will be executed over 5 years. So it
Over
will,
5 years.
so
Got it.
we're building an independent plant for them. We should take about 2 quarters, and then we should ramp our business up with them over 3, 4 quarters. So we should start supplying
Okay.
to the new plant. But talking about our quarterly run rate, see, about 4 years ago, we were doing about 100 crores per annum, right? So
Yes.
from there, 100 crores a quarter is a big sort of jump in terms of us utilizing building capacity and then utilizing it. I think similar trend is going to be continuing because we're constantly, like you see, our
Yes.
order book is constantly getting added. So we are also building capacity with the new plant coming in. So
Got
I
it.
think it should all
Got it, Vishnu. I understood that point. Over the next 5 years, you'll be executing this entire contract very quickly. We don't want a fixed number for the coming fiscal, but I'm going through an ICICI Securities note, and they are very, very bullish on the company. They are targeting the number. They're saying they're at around 1% of the targeted market. They're expecting you to go to 7 and then to around 10%. But they believe that you will grow by around 25 to 30% consistently over the next 10 years or so, all the way till FY23. Would you believe at current juncture that's on course?
Yeah, at this point, I think we're in the process of finalizing numbers, and in a board meeting, etc. So I would not be able to comment on the short term or the long term guidance, but I think give me a week or so and we should be able to talk about this again.
Okay, well, we'll leave it there. Thank you very much for joining us, Vishnu. Appreciate you taking out the time and being here on CNBC TV 18. Thanks indeed. Good luck.